item, congratulations. In order to see this, you just head over to your account, log in. You'll notice that your account credit has likely have gone up if they've paid you via the Cybercash in-house site credit, and you will also see that a new box has opened up, which is request withdrawal. I'll do a separate video on this dedicated around how to request money into your bank from the site, where it sends it to admin, and then they will send the payment direct to your bank where you can request payments. But I will cover this in a separate video. Now, you've just sold an item, so you just want to process it, get it marked as dispatched, notify the customer, and update the tracking information. So to do that, in members area, head over to selling, and then go over to my sales. And in my sales, this is where you see any new orders that have just come in. So in previous videos, you'll see that I've made a purchase. The buyer is called Demo Buyer. They've made a purchase of the 2021 20 pence. They made an offer for £20 when it was advertised at £24.99. I can see that it's been paid. So as you can see, this blue icon, whether you got the $sign, that shows that it's been paid. It's still processing because I need to update the status of it. And as a seller, I'd want to obviously keep records, find out what's what, and obviously leave feedback, print it out, send a message to the buyer, just whatever I need to do really. So in this instance, click on view and print invoice. Now, if you've added a logo to the invoice, you can do so by going to Sellers Tools in here, and then you can go to Global Settings. This is where you can add the logo, but for now it is blank because we haven't updated a logo as a seller. It's got all the information: the invoice number, invoice date, who we're sending to, who the buyer is, listing as in the order itself, and then you've obviously got all the information which tells you again when it was paid, how it was paid, what the delivery method is as well. So you can click this button print, and then you can print it straight away. So you can get a physical copy if you wanted to include it in the order. If you needed to send a message to the buyer, just click on message board, send a title, send the message. Let's just go back to selling, my sales. Okay, and if you wanted to leave feedback, if you've wrapped and packed, sent it, you're happy with the buyer, you can obviously leave feedback. So if you click on leave feedback, it's really straightforward, opens up, positive, neutral, negative, leave a comment, proceed. Really, really easy, really, really straightforward. Okay. Okay, so you've packed the item, you've printed the invoice, you've done all your accounts, wonderful. So now you just need to update. So if you click on update, you can leave this because if it's an automatic direct payment, it automatically updates it as paid or not. If it is a manual payment where they've opted to pay you via postal order or bank transfer or cash in the post, obviously at your own risk, then you can change it from unpaid to paid, things like that. So you can change it if you wish. But typically if it's paid direct payment, you know it's been paid and been marked as paid automatically. Now shipping details, this is where it's really important. So this is where you can either send it's been posted, sent, put the tracking information there. Typically this is a link, so if you've got the full link, whether it be a raw mail, whether it be an interparcel link, put the entire link. So that will be HTTPS and then whatever the website address is. Okay. Then underneath that, tick this box if you want to notify the buyer. Now this is very important, so if you make sure you tick this box, because what it will do is it will send an email notification letting them know whatever options you've just selected and you've just updated with. Okay. Now again, the update buyer is also very useful is if you've got a problem with the order, as you saw under shipping status. So under shipping status you could see that there is a problem. So you can mark that there is a problem, update the buyer, save, which it will do that in a second. Let's just close this and let's refresh the page. Okay, now marking it as a problem, when the buyer logs in, they will see something like this problem, and they will also see, oh, why is there a problem? They will either get in touch with you, but as a seller, if you mark it as problem, I would suggest sending a message in the message board, problem awaiting on stock, will arrive in a few days time. There you go. As an example, we've just sent that directly to the customer, and we can actually see a full feed on what the communications are. Okay. So once the item has arrived in this example and it's all gone through absolutely fine, what we're going to do is we're just going to update it and mark it as shipped. So what we'll do is it's now arrived, send. Okay, now we're going to send the tracking information, update the buyer, boom, send. Now the notification's been sent over to the buyer. And when we refresh this screen, it goes green. So this is an ideal scenario. All of your orders need to be blue and green, so you know that they've been paid, they have been dispatched. Okay, and it's always good to add a tracking link as well. Now, when you have got the tracking link, it is really useful, because let me just give you an example one. Enter tracking link. I'm going to use an existing tracking link from before. Again, if you wish to update the buyer. But this time when you refresh, you'll see a button that says track this item. Oh, there it is, just there. Track package. It's a direct button that if you click that link, you can automatically see the tracking information. Okay. That's how you add tracking. So in an ideal scenario, if you do send all your items tracked, you'll have a button that says track package, you'll have your paid, you'll have your postage sent, and that order is now complete. Okay, so that is really easy, straightforward on how to manage your sales.